behaviors through learning the game of participation and competition through sports on and off the field.
So, got the first two teams set up with tennis and golf. Do you have
Yes.
others planned?
Yes, well, in the future we plan to elaborate with different sports like basketball and other sports. But for now, we're just going to stick with tennis and golf because those are two typical sports that aren't in low-income neighborhoods.
Right.
You don't usually see that in those areas.
Now, when you mentioned mentors, do you need people to step forward and volunteer and contact you on that?
Absolutely. We're looking for mentors every day. We need people to help us support our leaders of tomorrow. So, yes, we need mentors in our program, and they can register at our online website.
Now, we mentioned quite a bit of the services here, but you also have a set number of programs as well. And they kind of tie in together, but some are apart.
Yeah, well, because our school training facility, that's the big project we have coming up October 1. We plan to start that. And this will actually be something like the Habitat of Humanity project. You ever heard of that? Where we would actually build the facility ourselves. So we'll be looking for support from the community. We'll have local contractors overseeing the project, and we'll also have work release programs that will assist us in the build. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
Okay. Now, you mean work release from like the county jails and that sort of thing?
Yes, prison systems, community service through your parole and probation boards. We want those people to serve their community service, doing something in part of the community, and that is what we'll be doing.
Yeah, I kind of like the underlying philosophy there because there's usually a period of transition when you come out of prison where you have to get involved in the community. Here, in this particular form of work release, you're investing your sweat into the school, the training center, and you're becoming part of the community. You're getting more solidly invested in it. So that works out nicely, I think.
It does. We're actually looking to open spring of next year. Hopefully the building goes well and we can open. But once we do, we will be looking to account for over 56 jobs in Brevard. We have a budget that's just over $1 million, and that's considerably small, considering that we will be serving over 226 participants. So once we open, we'll offer job training, empowerment skills, in addition to the GED preparation and higher education. For some, we'll also offer the YB Mike curriculum, and this is a very vigorous and essential element of the program. It consists of custom design information, training materials that will take a graduate or participant anywhere from 6 to 12 months to graduate. And in addition, we hope that this facility becomes a referral source, if you will, for people in the community and the participants. We're hoping that business partners, other organizations from the community partner with us and either one, be an employer to our participants, or two, service our participants on a regular, ongoing basis.
Oh, so in a sense, classic terms, apprenticeships or internships,
Exactly.
A work-study type of thing where they can get more involved, where they can take the curriculum that you mentioned and use the skills that they're developing. So I'm taking it that a lot of the curriculum is talking about life skills and, I don't know, home budgeting.
Home budgeting, how you can start your own business, how to balance your checkbook, how to, some parenting skills, just all the different skills that you need so that you can be successful, and especially with the fact that these are participants that have to compete extra hard, if you will, to compete with the growing number of young people that we have now graduating colleges and out there applying for jobs. So these are some participants that are working hard to do the right thing in the community and be productive.
Yeah, you're right about the large number of people entering the workforce and how competitive it is. If you have a game plan for your life, even though that may change, sometimes I like to think of it as a movie script. You change as you go.
Right, right.
But if you've got that basic game plan, you're much better prepared than just kind of drifting out there without an anchor, And
you're more likely to get involved with a lot of the things that get our youth in trouble today. When they don't have options, when they return from these places, they go right back to doing what got them there in the first place. So
Yeah.
they need options.
I guess it looks like the quick fix, the temporary, you feel good for a little bit, but you're not really going down the right path. You've got to figure it out, what the long-term results are. And it's hard to think long-term, even for people that have been doing it for a while,
Yes, and that's one of the reasons we're hoping that the school training facility goes well, because if so, then we can open up our second phase of the YB Mike building project, and that's the transitional housing part. And there we would focus on the adult ex-offenders who need those or have a tremendous need for rehabilitation and your basic constructive survival skills. So, yeah.
Yeah, and the transitional housing for those who are, I take it in this case, there are some people that are coming through, have come through the penal system and they're looking,
Absolutely.
coming back in.
Absolutely.
That's kind of like jumping in the cold water sometimes if you
It
jump
is.
right in. But there are some decent transitional homes out there for people re-entering society, but the one you're planning to develop sounds like a much better one.
It is, and we are really hoping to get this community support, because it's going to take a community to pull this together.
Yeah, speaking of community support, what do you need from the community?
Well, we need members. We need people to join us. Everyone has a voice, and we like to hear it in the community. We need mentors. Again, I spoke on that, to encourage our youth. We need business partners to help us, teach these leaders of tomorrow. We need donors, very much so, to support our fund and budget. And last but not least, we need volunteers. We have a lot of programs and events throughout the year that we need volunteers and help with. So we need the community support.
Definitely should put in a word for the donors and get that going, because you can have all the community spirit in the world, but if you don't have the money to buy the nails to put the building up, you're not going to go too
We're back
far.
to square one.
So
Right.
in terms of that, I guess, let's see, private donations would be good. Perhaps some corporate or businesses out there?
Yes, business organizations can sponsor us. We accept all donations, but we are looking for corporate donations and other organizations to partner with us. So yes, you can check us out on the website at ybmike.com, or you can come to our headquarters office and learn more about our program, or call us at our toll-free number. And that's on the screen, right?
That's right. We'll have that up in just a second.
All right. So
now, again, it's pretty much, I don't have the statistics, but it's pretty much a proven thing that in terms of long terms, when you're working with, I really hate the word, but youth at risk,
right.
Which isn't all you're doing, but a good part of it, that society saves money in the long run, because to help kids develop the skills necessary to succeed, rather than end up in the jail system, which, like I said, we have the largest in the world right now. So
that's what happens.
And so this is a definite thing to get involved with.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We still have about 3 minutes left, and I want to make sure I cover everything. What else do we need to tell them about?
3 minutes. If you don't mind, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell people why I'm so passionate about YB Mike.
Okay.
And that is because I've had my own personal experience. I was held accountable for taking the life of someone else at an early age of 14. Though it was circumstances of self-defense, however, through a bad trial, and I say bad trial now because I'm an educated paralegal and I've researched my case, but through a bad trial, the end result was that I'd be sentenced to 6 years in prison. I served 3.5 of those years and was released at the age of 18, expecting that I had paid my debt to society. Although I could never repay the family for their loss, I did at least think, according to the government rehabilitation, that I could at least come home as a grown woman now and get a decent job to feed my family and, to survive.
Right.
But instead, I was faced with a cruel and unforgiving world, and I had to find for myself that, my rights could be restored. I had to find for myself that I had to go out and fend for myself. There was no program to help youth in my situation. when it came to getting a job, I was repeatedly turned down, so I had to go out and start my own business to have a decent living. When it came to finding somewhere to stay, because of tenant background checks, I had to buy my own house because my crime was considered a
so you know
criminal.
firsthand.
Yes, I know firsthand. And I just wanted to share with your viewers that people like me that go through these situations and endure these types of things have a place to turn to, and that is YB Mike. We want to be a resource for just those people.
All right. Well, Latoya, I understand your inspiration, and I think it's a fantastic story.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you again for having me.
Well, folks, definitely check out YB Mike, and stay tuned for the Community Calendar.